been fighting with him, he downed him, and when that 1-year-old baby, when his homies killed that 1-year-old baby a few months ago, he's the one that took care of him. The same night he got his brother took care of him. So I'm raising, he's on his way down here right now, because I want everybody to meet him face to face.
Who is this guy?
His name's Pedron.
Okay, but there's one thing that, I'm not going to rock nothing. I already told you how I felt when we talked. Brother just came down from Pelican Bay. They brought word down here that says that they suggest, they want us to be in cahoots with them. They want to close the books with you. That's I just heard it right now. So, we don't have to do, we do what we want to do out here because we're brothers out here. They don't run our program and we don't run their program,
Okay, well, check this out. I'm not saying
they have an input and we have an input.
Exactly,
that, but it's for us.
Into consideration.
It's for us to take into consideration what we want to do.
Okay, and I agree with it. But, and I'm not saying that, okay, well, I should get any special treatment, but I'm saying this dude hasn't asked for nothing. He's never even said anything. He just does what he does because it's here, and I recognize that, So I'm just asking for a vote to make him a carnal, and then if we want to talk about closing the books, we can do that.
Excuse me, I was going to say something about that anyways, I'm not saying yeah or no to Pelon. What I am saying though, this decision, if we say yes to it, it's happening before we decide on closing the books anyways, you know what I mean? This, came up before that, so I feel, whether we win or not, we should put the vote up first before we decide on closing the books because this came up first.
Let me explain to you what's happening over there in Pelican Bay behind that Torica, why it came out like that. Okay, I don't know if you brothers are aware, but over there in Pelican Bay, they're starting to develop little clicas within the clica. There's dudes that are making brothers, just because he likes the way that guy cleaned the chair, There's a couple incidents, a dude made a dude a brother, and the guy's in another pod, hey, tú eres carnal, tú allá, And the brothers feel that there's brothers that are building a clique around them. You know what I'm saying? And there's dudes that are being made brothers that the other people, that all the rest of us don't know, and not even their homeboys know them. It's just a vato that vato meets for 6 months, and he likes the way the dude talks, and everything, so you're making him a brother. There's dudes up there in Pelican Bay that have been with us for 10, 15, 20 years, and they ain't even brothers, and they got a lot more coming than a lot of them vatos.
Been there with Guerra.
There's a few brothers, there's no need for me to mention their name, but everywhere they go, they're leaving 3, 4 brothers. You know what I'm saying? The guy goes to county jail, he leaves 2 brothers, he leaves a couple brothers. The guy goes to CASHAPP, he leaves a brother there, a couple brothers there. Every place this dude's going, he's leaving brothers. And then there's dudes, names that are being made brothers that have already been considered and shot down. And then there's a couple other dudes, man, that there's Torica behind them, not nothing serious, but Torica where they don't feel that, material, and still, dudes are making them brothers. So what they want to do, they want to hook up with all of us, because all of us can hook up with them, and when we consider somebody, everybody can get say so. But the main thing is, there's a few dudes that they feel that are brothers right now that which were a mistake, and there's some things that have to be straightened out. So they want a state period of a year or 2 to try to straighten out all this bullshit, and plus get these brothers that are doing this and kind of put them and slow them down.
You know what, I agree with you, Perico, and I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw it, and I told me and Nine was sellers that I told him the same thing. Yeah. But the problem is up there, not out here. And that's not to say I don't agree with closing the book, because it has its good points and its bad points. But the problem with all this shit that's going on that you're talking about, it's up there. them brothers need to get, to realize that they ain't got no communication, man. When I was up there, we were getting realized that so-and-so's a carnal, and we didn't even, and nobody took a vote. See, I remember years ago, when I first became a carnal, everybody in all the pintas had to vote. Everybody. And then we changed it to just in the pinta. You know, no, just in the pinta, and then it went to at least 3. You know? Yeah, but we can go back to, I don't agree, because the way things are right now, how can we to go back to having everybody do it with the way Pelican Bay is? It takes 3 or 4 months just for somebody to get a
or sometimes not at all, huh?
you know, yeah, sometimes just to get a mensaje, you know?
Yeah.
So, it needs to start.
Well, what we could do is find a lawyer. Can we turn that TV on?
Well, that's been long.
Trying to sing it through.